When you grow older, it becomes increasingly important to be cautious about who you allow into your home and your life. This isn't about shutting people out, but rather about using wisdom to protect your sanctuary. Life teaches us countless lessons, and one of the most essential as we age is learning to recognize who truly deserves our trust. Your home is more than just walls and a roof. It's a repository of your memories, a symbol of independence, and a place where you should feel safe. But not everyone who enters your space comes with pure intentions. This video is a guide to understanding the value of your sanctuary and how to guard it wisely. If you enjoy this content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. As we journey through life, we build our homes not just with bricks, but with the love, trust, and memories that make them truly ours. For older adults, a home is more than just a place to live. It's a testament to the life you've built, the family you've nurtured, and the experiences that have shaped you. But with this sense of security and stability comes responsibility. The truth is, not everyone who enters your space will respect it as you do. Some may see it as an opportunity to exploit your kindness or take advantage of your generosity. That's why it's so important to set boundaries, clear, firm, and respectful boundaries. Guarding your sanctuary is not an act of fear but of wisdom. It's a way to ensure that your home remains a place of peace, joy, and comfort, free from unwanted influences or negativity. This doesn't mean isolating yourself, but being intentional about who you welcome into your sacred space. While boundaries are often associated with strangers or difficult situations, it's equally important to establish them with family and close friends. After all, those who care for you are likely to respect your wishes, but only if you communicate those wishes clearly. Family dynamics can sometimes make it hard to say no, but it's crucial to remember that saying no is not a rejection of love, it's a demonstration of respect for yourself. By setting boundaries with loved ones, you are teaching them how to respect your space, your time, and your needs. Whether it's saying no to a surprise visit, asking for time alone, or expressing your need for privacy, these are all valid boundaries that help preserve the peace and harmony in your relationships. It's about finding the balance between closeness and space, ensuring that both you and your loved ones feel heard and valued. Workplace boundaries are just as essential as personal ones. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the demands of colleagues, clients, or managers, especially when you're eager to please or want to be seen as capable. However, setting clear boundaries at work can prevent burnout and ensure that you maintain a healthy work-life balance. Start by defining your working hours. Let colleagues know when you're available and when you're not. This can prevent unnecessary interruptions during your personal time and help you stay focused during office hours. Another important boundary is learning to delegate and ask for help when needed. Saying yes to everything can lead to stress and overwork. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your well-being and to set limits on the amount of work you take on. One of the most powerful tools in setting boundaries is learning to say no, and doing so without guilt. Saying no doesn't make you rude, selfish, or unkind. In fact, it's a sign of self-respect and an essential part of maintaining healthy boundaries. When you say no, you're protecting your time and energy, which are both limited resources. It's important to understand that you cannot please everyone, and that's perfectly okay. Whether it's turning down an extra project at work, not attending a social gathering, or simply not taking on more responsibilities than you can handle, learning to say no helps you prioritize what truly matters. To say no gracefully, be clear and firm, but also polite. For example, you could say, "I'd love to help, but I'm currently at full capacity. Maybe another time." This allows you to maintain respect and kindness while standing firm on your boundaries. Effective communication is crucial when it comes to maintaining boundaries. It's not just about saying no, but also about expressing your needs clearly and calmly. When you set boundaries, you're telling others how you want to be treated and what you need to feel safe and respected. To communicate boundaries effectively, use I statements. These statements are less likely to sound accusatory or confrontational, making it easier for others to listen and understand. For example, instead of saying, "You always interrupt me," you can say, "I feel frustrated when I'm interrupted during conversations." This way, you're expressing your feelings and needs without blaming the other person. It's also important to be consistent in your communication. If you've set a boundary, make sure you stick to it. This reinforces your commitment to respecting yourself and helps others understand that your boundaries are not negotiable. Setting boundaries can sometimes bring up feelings of guilt or fear that you might disappoint others. These emotions are natural but shouldn't prevent you from asserting your needs. Remember, your boundaries are there to protect your well-being, and taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. When you feel guilty, remind yourself that you have the right to prioritize your own mental and emotional health. It's okay to say no to requests that overextend you or make you uncomfortable. People who truly respect you will understand and support your boundaries. It's also helpful to reframe your thoughts. Instead of seeing boundary setting as a negative, view it as an opportunity to maintain healthy relationships. Setting boundaries can actually strengthen your relationships because it ensures both parties are clear on each other's needs and limits. One of the key aspects of setting boundaries is how you communicate them. Clear and assertive communication is essential to making sure your boundaries are understood and respected. When expressing your boundaries, be direct and specific. For example, instead of saying, "I need space," try saying, "I need 30 minutes of quiet time after work to recharge." Being respectful and calm while communicating your needs helps avoid misunderstandings or defensiveness. It's also important to listen to the other person's response and be open to discussion. Boundaries are not about creating walls but about ensuring that both people's needs are considered and respected. Remember, boundary setting is a continuous process. As situations and relationships evolve, your boundaries may need to be reassessed and adjusted. Regularly check in with yourself and others to make sure everyone's needs are still being met. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially when the people around you are not accustomed to them. Resistance and pushback are common, and it's important to stay firm in your decisions. People may test your boundaries, either consciously or unconsciously, but it's essential not to give in to guilt or pressure. When you encounter resistance, remain calm and confident in your position. Use affirmations like, "I've made this decision because it's important for my well-being," to reinforce your resolve. If someone tries to challenge or dismiss your boundaries, calmly reiterate your needs without apologizing or over-explaining. In some cases, you might need to distance yourself from those who consistently disregard your boundaries. Although this can be difficult, it's crucial to prioritize your mental and emotional health. Setting and maintaining boundaries ultimately leads to healthier, more respectful relationships. One of the most powerful tools for maintaining boundaries is the ability to say no. Saying no is not a rejection of others, but rather an affirmation of your own needs. It's a way to protect your time, energy, and resources from being drained by obligations that do not serve you. Many people fear saying no because they don't want to disappoint others or face conflict. However, saying no is not selfish, it's self-care. It's about acknowledging that your needs are just as important as those of the people around you. Start small by saying no to minor requests that don't align with your priorities. With practice, you'll feel more comfortable setting clear boundaries in more significant situations. Remember, every time you say no, you're teaching others how to respect your time and energy. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially if you're not used to standing up for yourself. It's important to practice self-compassion during this process. Be gentle with yourself if you make mistakes or feel guilty about setting a boundary. Remember, boundary setting is a skill that takes time to develop. When you start enforcing boundaries, you may feel uncomfortable or worry about how others will react. These feelings are normal, but don't let them prevent you from protecting your well-being. Over time, you'll grow more confident in your ability to maintain healthy boundaries and be kind to yourself during the learning process. Self-compassion allows you to approach boundary setting with a sense of understanding and patience, rather than self-criticism. Saying no is one of the most important aspects of boundary setting. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to declining requests, but it's essential for protecting your time, energy, and emotional well-being. When you say no, you're respecting yourself and ensuring that you have the capacity to focus on your priorities. Remember, saying no doesn't make you a bad person or mean that you're selfish. In fact, it's a sign of strength and self-respect. It's also an opportunity to preserve your relationships by avoiding resentment. By saying no, you're being honest about your limitations and allowing others to see the real you, rather than a version of yourself who is constantly saying yes out of obligation or guilt. Consistency is key when it comes to maintaining healthy boundaries. It's not enough to just set boundaries once, you need to enforce them consistently. If you allow exceptions here and there, it can send mixed signals and make it harder to uphold your limits in the future. For example, if you've decided that you don't want to answer work emails after 6 p.m., but you occasionally make an exception, your boundaries may become unclear. Consistently respecting your boundaries helps reinforce them and teaches others to do the same. It might be tough at first, but with time, it will become second nature. Learning to say no is one of the most important skills when it comes to maintaining boundaries. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person, it's simply an act of self-care. People often feel guilty or uncomfortable saying no, but it's crucial to protect your time, energy, and well-being. When you say no, you're prioritizing your needs and respecting your own limits. You don't need to give a long explanation or justify your decision. A simple, firm no is enough. Over time, you'll become more comfortable with it, and others will come to understand and respect your boundaries. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer a friend. We are often our own harshest critics, but it's important to be gentle with yourself, especially when you make mistakes or face challenges. Instead of focusing on your flaws or beating yourself up over past decisions, practice self-compassion by acknowledging that everyone has struggles. Accept your imperfections and treat yourself with kindness. This not only helps build a healthier relationship with yourself but also allows you to approach difficult situations with a clearer, more positive mindset. In conclusion, as we age, it's essential to approach relationships, particularly with neighbors, with caution and discernment. While kindness and connection are valuable, we must remember that not everyone who enters our lives has our best interests at heart. Our home, filled with memories and personal significance, is a sanctuary that deserves to be protected not only from physical intrusion, but also from emotional or psychological exploitation. Setting boundaries, being observant, and learning from both personal experiences and history can help preserve the peace, dignity, and independence we've worked hard to establish. By doing so, we ensure that our later years remain filled with genuine companionship and security, allowing us to continue living with the comfort and respect we deserve. If you found this video inspiring, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And while you're here, check out some of my other videos for more stories and insights. Thank you for watching.